Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping back in. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to see what I have to say. I promise y'all this truly means the world to me. Y'all have no clue because it's information that I am giving to you guys. I promise you it is priceless. Priceless. Okay, so we go hop into what we're here for today. Quant. Listen, we've already talked about how they're literally working with central banks and regional banks, literally on CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, okay? We've talked about how they're working with literally tokenizing everything. We're talking stocks, bonds, diamonds, art, you name it, anything of value will be able to be pulled onto the blockchain and have a digital representation of it on the blockchain, a digital twin. Follow me, this is crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but listen, if you go back and watch any of my other videos, I think I have proven to you without a shadow of a doubt. This is insane, but it's happening. So follow me, follow me. Okay, so Quant. Now we're tackling the healthcare industry, pulling healthcare onto the blockchain. I'm talking all of your medical records. I'm talking anything you can think of as far as the healthcare industry is concerned. I'm talking ordering, equipment, like everything. It's all being pulled onto the blockchain. Follow me. I promise you, it's going to blow your mind. And it's not me saying it. Remember, I'm always going to bring my facts and statistics. It's them saying it. Follow me, follow me. But we finna get started now. Alright, so the very first video that I'm getting ready to play for y'all is a woman that you have not been introduced to yet, but her name is Laura Verdian. Laura Verdian, yes, you guessed it, is Gilbert Verdian's wife. She works for Quant Network as well. She's the chief operating officer, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna see in just a second. But you might say, oh, that's just his wife, or he gave her a position. Absolutely not. This lady's resume is so stellar. I'm like, oh my God, you talk about a power couple. Them two together, they're unstoppable. But you'll see how deep she is in the healthcare industry and how they're tying quants, literally interoperability. Remember what I told you. What Quant is. It is the next layer of the internet. You had IBM's 1.0, you have Microsoft's 2.0, you have Quant's 3.0. They are all working seamlessly together. Quant's interoperability protocols allows for this to happen. So now blockchain and traditional internet has an interface that seamlessly works together under jurisdiction via TC307. Go back, watch my last videos, you guys, explaining these things, literally for the world governments to follow. Follow me. This is no cap. Anyway, the video. Let's rock.
Laura Verdian. She's a lot more than just Gilbert Verdian's wife. She is the chief operating officer of the Quant Network. She, of course, right here, as you can see, has a link in bio. But the point is, she has a very robust, impressive background. So she leads Quant's daily operations, strategy, and administration as it goes to market internationally. And guys, let's face it, they are definitely going to market, to say the least. She brings over 20 years of experience in healthcare, life sciences industry, a specialist in the development of global pricing, go-to-market strategies for pharmaceutical companies. She's held senior positions in international leadership. Basically, in a nutshell, she's all of that and then some when it comes to, like it shows here, multi-million dollar budgets, and especially when it comes to the healthcare industry. So at the end of the day, how does she make an impact, and how does she get the connections done when it comes to other organizations understanding the want and need for interoperability? We're going to get into all that here in a bit. And last but not least, did you know that she holds an MBA from the University of Technology of Sydney and an MSc in Health Economics from London School of Economics and Political Science? As the saying goes, hate to mention Farmers Insurance, even though I am insured by them and we're not sponsored by them. She knows a thing or two, right? Probably because she's seen a thing or two over the last 20 years.
So listen, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. This is crazy, but factual. Did you guys just see her resume? The things that she has done. And you see what it was mostly tied into. Healthcare. Follow me. Remember, anytime you ever heard of like dog whistle politics? Think about this. Think about a dog whistle. Anytime you hear the word interoperability, that means Quant. Because they are the thing that makes everything operable. They are the gateway. They are the canal that the lady from City talked about in one of my previous videos. Follow me, follow me. It's insane what this company is pulling off, and no one is paying attention. Follow me. This is crazy, but factual. Anyway, another video just talking about the healthcare industry from them and them saying how they are pulling things onto the blockchain. Follow me.
Interoperability might be something, it doesn't trip off the tongue very easily, does it? It might be something that doesn't really mean very much to people, and in a sense it shouldn't. It's something that needs to sit behind the scenes. But what it's all about is making sure that different systems can talk to each other and exchange data. So a great example that was given by Wilhelm, who was on the panel that I was speaking on, is an example of where he was using digital telephone technology and internet technology to help show his children what his wife was doing while she was in Italy and he was at home in Ireland. And what made that work, him using a combination of mobile phones and FaceTime, etc., was the fact that all of the different telecom systems spoke to each other. So there were different pieces of kit and different providers, but it all worked in an integrated way. And the issue about interoperability in healthcare is exactly the same thing. It's about trying to make sure that all of these things fit together in a seamless way. So if you go and have an X-ray in your local hospital and your blood pressure is taken by a nurse in your GP practice, and maybe you're seeing a dietitian, that all of that data, rather than sitting in different systems and not being able to be brought together, can be brought together. And you've got something that is linked by the patient. And one of the things that we're really interested in terms of the work that we're doing in MedCity and through digitalhealth.london, our programme on digital health, is how can we make sure that new digital technology that's coming in, innovations, particularly from small companies, can be used and really deployed to the benefit of patients. But if we're going to have that happen, we need to make sure that the data that's being produced by those new systems can work alongside data that's being collected elsewhere. And that way, the patient can know that perhaps data that they might be collecting through a Fitbit or an app that is helping them to manage a disease like diabetes, that data can sit alongside data that's held by their GP or their local hospital, and there's that integrated view. So that's really what interoperability is about, is making sure it all works together, it all talks together, and you don't get isolated pockets of information about patients.
Y'all, did y'all hear that? And I know that was a little bit long, but just follow me. So let me explain what's happening. Remember, and if you remember, it's a video or two, you know, my boy Maximus mentioned something about Jasmine. Well, something Jasmine is working on is literally called personal data lockers. Follow me. You're going to have something called a digital ID. Attached to that digital ID, you're going to have something called a digital wallet. And eventually, once we get into the Internet of Things, you're going to have something called a literally personal data locker, which means anything that you search, anything that you do, anything associated to you is yours. It is being democratized back to you, which means you can capitalize on it, i.e. healthcare records, right? So how it's going to happen in the future, is you're going to have your personal data locker that goes with you when you go places. So it's no longer you having to wait for this doctor's office or that doctor's office to fax over or send over anything because they don't own it, because it's not theirs. It's yours. Follow me. Data democratization. Follow me. This is insane, but it's factual, you guys. It's absolutely factual. So, with that being said, I'm going to get back into the next video. This is a video from the man himself, Gilbert Verdian. Listen to what he's saying. And I know the last video, the lady was talking about the UK, but I want you to look at what flag is next to Gilbert Verdian when he's making this speech. So that'll let you know what country he's in. Follow me. Follow me.
Here we go.
So the idea of Overledger was actually sparked when I was working as the Chief Information Security Officer at the Department of Health while I was working in Australia at the time. It was here that I saw firsthand the direct advancing of patient care through interoperability. And it was just really better data, and it really came down to something as simple as that. It's because healthcare systems are overly complex and burdened by legacy systems they run on, and some are more than 30 years old, and we still use them today. Patient systems have always been disparate, largely due to fragmentation. These disparate systems are difficult to transform, even more so than financial systems, because of the critical nature and risk to patient lives. Now, with blockchain technology, we actually have an opportunity to change this landscape entirely and transform healthcare. But in order for us to do so, there's really two ways. We would either, one, have all patient records and all health systems centralized in the one place, which is really costly and pretty much unrealistic and impossible. Or we can create a technology that connects clinical systems and data by leveraging existing investments and systems without the need to make massive amounts of change. And this is exactly why we created Overledger. So our technology is agnostic. It's an overlay that connects to existing systems and networks and data, creating a kind of a decentralized data superhighway. For the first time, we can actually see end-to-end the healthcare system as a whole.
Please listen, y'all. Please listen, y'all. Please listen, y'all. Please listen, y'all. This company is going to be massive, and no one knows about it because they are literally, as you just heard that man just tell America in a press conference that no one seemed to even watch, I am the interoperability of the internet. But follow me. We talked about this, TC307. You had all of those countries, 57 countries came together and agreed on blockchain standards. Then he created a company based off of the standard. They are literally the standard, you guys. Did you just hear what that man just said? Follow me. But guess what? I'm not done. I got like 2 more videos, and I promise you they are worth it. We finna bring a little bit of the military into it. I'm not gonna touch too deep into it, but we gonna have a whole video about Project Simba chain. And that is the one that the US government is building on top of, alongside of Constellation DAG. But I'm not gonna go there. Follow me. Follow me.
We add security to data pipelines or the source of data where it's created. So a lot of what Constellation is focused on is securing streaming data processes. You think about all the data that Twitter produces every second. Well, how do you secure that? How do you put that on a distributed ledger technology? You have to rethink the entire architecture. And so we are building out a network that's hosted by node operators that receive rewards for validating data. We have a very active community, and we've rethought our consensus model so that it's compatible with existing data management stacks.
And you've announced today that you're going to be working with Quant Network, so perhaps you can tell us a bit about that partnership.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. So we've been talking for the last few months. We see a great collaboration between the two technologies. What blockchain needs is big data, and what big data needs is blockchain. And by working together, what we've come up with is a way where we can actually decentralize properly, but allow, as Ben was saying, government and enterprise to safely interconnect big data sources to a decentralized world, but have interoperability. Because, you know, if you're using, let's just say, imaging data from healthcare in one blockchain, and then using an EMR, that's a traditional database, it's just SQL, and then using something else on a third party, how do you get them to talk to each other? It's quite difficult. And how do you get them to talk together securely? And that's what the partnership is about, is how do we interconnect using a secure channel to the disparate data sources to allow AI and big data to flourish. And we're quite excited with what can happen. And we've got client use cases we're already exploring in government, in aerospace, in you know, healthcare as well, which we've got a couple of RFIs that we've been working on. So we're really looking forward to applying both technologies in real-world client engagements.
Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that? Government, aerospace, healthcare. Literally, this was 2019. Think about this. And you're going to hear this in a video in just a second. I believe it's in this video. I got so many videos, it's insane. But listen to me. Follow me. Follow me. That was 2019. In one of the videos, he said that we worked on this technology for 5 years, which means we worked on this for 5 years. We perfected this around the world for 5 years before we even mentioned it to the world. We were already what we were. Follow me. This is insane, but factual. All right. I hope I don't get in trouble for none of this. And I hope don't nobody with black coats and black cars pull up in my house, men in black. Like, please, like, this is insane. Follow me. Last video. Last video. Just follow me. Then we're going to have a little conversation.
Are you really just that web technology? You know, are you that glue? We've talked about that analogy, but you really do seem to be that, in that we all want to see some sort of technology flourish, become that underlying technology and service. Is that you? Are you the web?
Yeah, we call it the internet of trust. So it's the next evolution of the internet. And so we want to be the underlying technology that delivers that across all platforms, across all types of users.
Sure, and so it's already happening.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen, it's happening now.
Yeah, we've kind of accelerated the release of that. We weren't planning on doing that until 5 years' time, but we had a technological breakthrough, and Colin, the CTO, he just came up with a fast track way to do it over a weekend, and then we put it into the labs and built it, and it worked. So
over a weekend, Gil. I mean, every company right now is trying to do what you've done in over a weekend.
That man just say they are the internet. Follow me. Okay, so just tapping just a little bit deeper into data democratization. So think about this. Why do you think Apple, a few Apple Watches ago, started tracking your heart rate and your pulse and your vital signs? Because literally, it's all of that data is being put onto the blockchain. Listen to what I'm saying to you. So that means once you have your virtual visit with your doctor, which a lot of you started during the pandemic, the doctor will be able to tap into your data with your permission. And I'm more than sure you can charge a fee for this. Listen to what I'm saying. This is what data democratization means, because it is yours, you guys. Okay? Follow me. So after they tap into your medical records, they can see that, hey, since your last doctor's appointment, your Fitbit, your heart rate's been pretty stable. Keep doing what you're doing with your meds, XYZ, or your pulse or whatever has been whatever, because it's literally being tracked and being pulled. This is data that's being collected on you that literally is going to go into something called a personal data locker. And you're going to have a personal healthcare record inside of that personal data locker with all of your data inside of it as far as your healthcare record is concerned. Hence the reason why we're talking about a healthcare video. And you saw with proof, Quant is working. Not even working. It's already done. It's just now for companies to start adopting the technology, because it has to happen. Follow me. This is insane, but factual. Okay, so with all of this being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Quant is going to be, I don't even know what, I can't even explain, because mirror to Microsoft, but times 10. Because the difference is the technology that they have, that the world needs, has to be constantly bought via their QNT token. Constantly. Because every time a smart contract is deployed, the QNT token is being bought and being attached and being bought and being attached. And we're talking every transaction, damn near, in the world. We're talking everything that Visa does, everything that MasterCard does, everything that your bank does, everything that you do online, everything that Amazon does. If you follow me, because we'll be getting for real into the RLM network, follow me, you're going to see that Amazon already scaled up to literally 1.2 million transactions per second using Quant's technology. Follow me. It's already been done. That was a part of Project Rosalind. Follow me. This is insane. The future is here. And it is ready for the taking. Just like Microsoft would have been maybe 50, 60, 70 bucks 20 years ago, like Quant right now was in between the $80 and $100 range right now. Give this 10 years, give this 20 years with this patented technology, not pending, approved. Give this just time for adoption to happen, because it has to happen, because it is the internet, you guys. Follow what I'm telling you, and you may one day be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciative. I promise you. But until next time, once again, thank y'all so much, and peace out.